Kangen water, about some Japanese technology that was changing the water, I was just like, this sounds a little bit hokey, like a little bit too good to be true.
When I first heard about the water, I was intrigued. Again, I just thought water was water. But in listening to this friend with his background as a registered dietitian, I figured what he had to say was important.
And I said, hey, thanks, but I got lots of water here. Water is water. He goes, okay, I'll leave right now if you prove to me that water is just water. And I said, sure, what do I have to do? He goes, well, grab a cup, go to your bathroom, scoop up some water from the toilet and drink it for me. And if water is water, it shouldn't matter where it came from. And I said, well, it does matter where it's been. And he goes, exactly. Our water is meant to be this medical device from Japan that changes the structure of it. But I won't bore you with the details. Let me just prove it to you.
And I said, well, I really don't have anything to lose, and I'd probably have a lot of fun proving this guy wrong.
The first time I tried the water, I chugged a quart of water instantly, and I kind of felt like I was tingling, had popcorn in my head, and he joked with me and said I didn't have much oxygen in my brain.
And boy, was I surprised. It was me who got proven wrong, and I'm very happy to say that.
That was intriguing to me. The fact that water could make a difference so quickly in my body, that opened my eyes.
Every single equation and chemical reaction that takes place in our body, inside our cells, takes place in the universal solvent called water. If water is not in those cells, and especially the right type of water, these equations and reactions aren't as efficient, and toxins begin to build up. Kangen water has the amazing ability to get inside the cells at the cellular level and clean all that out.
You're going to find a radical improvement. The reason being, this water's capacity to hydrate, to remove acidic waste from the body, and to reduce free radicals inside the muscle is unparalleled. And I thought water was just water. And we know now today that the structure of your water is more important than the chemical compounds. That's what the top science says.
What happens is when the H2O molecule is split in half by the Enagic Kangen water machines, it tends to have a much higher percentage of oxygen in the water. So when you drink it and it reaches your brain, you're actually getting oxygen for the first time in a long time.
When we change that quality of water from primarily acidic to alkaline, we're able to change that largest component of the body. And with that, we reduce that acid buildup. So your buildup, or lingering, if you will, of that lactic acid and the uric acid and those other acids that are causing and have been proven to increase our risks of sickness, whether it be from disease or general sickness, we're able to see so many people find that health or that quality of life that really, there hasn't really been anything else be able to provide them with that in such a short period of time.
The water has three amazing properties. The number one property is that it's highly antioxidant. The number two property is in microclustering, which means that instead of being a number of H2O molecules holding hands, it's only 6 of them. And by being 6 molecules of H2O being held together, the absorption is almost instantaneous. You absorb it through your mouth and your esophagus before it even reaches your stomach. And the third one is that it's alkaline.
Of course, intellectually, when you learn about it and you see the demonstration, it all is captivating, it all makes sense, and your skepticism becomes interest. But it's really when you try the water when your interest becomes a belief.
Well, the first thing I did is I tried the water myself, and then I experienced the results, and that was irrefutable in my world. So in other words, I want to get behind something that I believe I've tried, that I've done myself.
I didn't just start with a little bit. I started with a half a gallon and quickly moved to a gallon of water a day. And the results I personally had were phenomenal.
Being able to incorporate it into my own personal life. A lot of people notice changes and benefit immediately. I didn't. It took me a couple of 2 or 3 weeks before I really even noticed much difference.